Hasta la vista, baby.
Get away from her, you bitch!
I, Iron Man.
Expecto Patronum!
I am your father.
There's a snake in my boot!
What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. Today I'm going to be reviewing a new movie that is releasing in theaters this weekend, and it is called The King's Daughter. It's a new action-adventure fantasy film directed by Sean McNamara, and it stars Pierce Brosnan, Kaya Scodelario, and William Hurt. King Louis XIV's quest for immortality leads him to capture and steal a mermaid's life force, a move that is further complicated by his illegitimate daughter's discovery of the creature. This movie is based on The Moon and the Sun, and I knew nothing about this movie pretty much going in. I wanted to go and sweep clean and see for myself. Usually in this type of genre, when it comes to fantasy films or romance movies, action-adventure that involves fantasy elements like Lord of the Rings, I usually go in with an open mind. After watching this 90-minute movie in the theater, what were my overall thoughts on The King's Daughter? Is this one worth checking out in the theater or worth skipping altogether? I can honestly say this is a very fresh skip in your movie watching year. For this type of genre, it was exactly what I was expecting it to be. It was a fantasy romance movie that is pretty much kind of forgettable once you watch it and you watch a ton of movies throughout the entire year. This is probably going to be one of those movies I'm going to forget I saw this year. Usually with fantasy epics like Lord of the Rings, I really like the setting. And for this movie, the setting is really nice. Costume design looks really well, and wherever they film the movie, it looks totally realistic, and you know what you're getting yourself into. You're about to watch this mermaid story as well as this fantasy film with romance elements in it. And the actors and actresses are doing a fine job for the roles that they're playing, especially Pierce Brosnan as the king. Now, usually Pierce Brosnan, he's very over the top and quirky in these types of roles. And in here, he plays the king. He kind of plays an unlikable character. And mixed with a character, you understand why he's doing what he's doing. But at the same instance, you don't want him to do certain things like kill this mermaid. But I thought Pierce Brosnan did fine for his performance, as well as Kaya Scodelario. She did okay. And William Hurt usually is a supporting character type of actor. He does fine as well. Like, these actors are talented. They do fine with the roles they're given. They don't give any atrocious performance that makes me say they were awful, they brought this movie down. That doesn't happen here. The biggest issue with this movie is the script, the story. It's boring. It's very uninteresting. It's about a mermaid, pretty much. They have to save this mermaid's life and rescue it, make it be free. Kind of like, I don't know, The Little Mermaid, but reverse. And there's also this romance that's involved with Kaya Scodelario and this young-looking guy with long hair and a mustache. Pretty much reminded me of The Princess Bride in a very weird way. So if you combine The Little Mermaid and The Princess Bride, you have The King's Daughter. And the story wasn't enough to really capture my full-on attention and make me go, this could be very interesting for today's audience. It plays out like you kind of predict a fantasy story to go. You have this young daughter. She's the king's daughter. The king wants her to marry some other guy. She wants to marry this guy, and it's about setting this mermaid free. Like, nothing really important about it. But I do respect the filmmaking aspects, the cinematography, the score is really nice, and these performances are decent. But again, I'm not going to want to watch this movie ever again. Before I give you guys my final overall thoughts and score for The King's Daughter, if this is your guys' first time on the channel and you enjoyed this review, definitely consider leaving a like and consider clicking that subscribe button for weekly reviews, ranking videos, and tons of movie content to come out on this channel this year. If you love movies, this is definitely the right place to be. The King's Daughter overall was just a very bland story with decent actors in it that are trying, but nothing really remarkable in the fantasy genre. And honestly, for a 90 movie, I found it pretty boring at times and uninteresting. And by the time it ended, I was like, okay, that's another movie. On my rating scale, I'm going to give The King's Daughter a D+. There you have it, guys. That was my thoughts and opinions on The King's Daughter. Have you guys seen this movie yet? Or are you going to skip this one? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!